Hey everyone, Jared here from Storytowns. If you've been hiding under a rock, which you probably haven't been, you will know that the world is now in lockdown. And at Storytowns, we want to keep you connected with local businesses and the people behind them, because everyone is doing it tough right now. And when we can venture back outside, we can support these amazing people. So we thought we would make our normal driving podcast tours available for you at the comfort of your own home. So right now we're going to talk to Andy at Audley Hall Chocolates in Port Fairy, and he has a pretty epic story. Take a listen. So, tell me, how did you get into chocolate? And from what we've been talking before, you were the king of pastries, let's say.
Thanks for that. It's actually, yeah. So, pastry chef for 20 years. I got into pastry purely by accident. It's a pretty funny story. When I was an apprentice, one Sunday night, all the chefs had left me to clean down, and unbeknownst to them, there were still two guests in the restaurant who wanted dessert, and I basically had to just pull something out of nowhere. And they came back and ordered the same thing the next day, and my head chef went, "Oh, that's great. Well, you're now working on the pastry department." And so that was how I stumbled into pastry, basically.
Where was this? Where was this at?
This was in Wales at the Celtic...
Celtic Manor?
Yes. I
know it very well.
It was the Corp Leden. But yeah, I went off to work at the Celtic Manor.
And it's such a beautiful place, and they make amazing Welsh cakes and scones, and oh my god, I can't tell everyone how amazing it is. It's one I go there for my birthday usually, so I know this. But then you jumped to Australia and you started in Melbourne. Yep. Tell me the places you worked there.
So I was really lucky yet again. I'd literally landed in Melbourne and caught up for a beer with a mate of mine, and he said, "Look, the pastry chef's just walked out of the place I'm working. Do you want to come and have lunch tomorrow and chat to the chef?" And it turned out it was Vue de Monde, and so I'd walked straight into a job there. And that's the cream of the crop. What do you call it? Creme de la creme. Yet again, it was Shannon was really nice to work with, and so it was just another little stepping stone of being at the right place at the right time kind of thing.
All right, so now let's go to chocolates. Now, why did you go to chocolates? So was it part of being a pastry chef, or was it something that you said, I'm going to do chocolates? It
was part of being a pastry chef. Believe it or not, I'm not a sweet tooth. I don't actually like to, I like, I'd rather have cheese than cheesecake. But it was where I wanted to do something a bit different, and there really just wasn't a lot of opportunities for pastry chefs in this kind of area. And so I thought, look, we'll do this, and it's really gone from there.
Talk me through your chocolate making process. So you are the chocolate maker?
Yes, I am. So we just try and do stuff that's a little bit left of centre. Yeah, I try to. As I said, I'm not a huge sweet tooth, and so you can kind of see that when you look in the shop, that the stuff that you'd go, that's a bit weird. I don't know if I'd like that. That's more my taste coming through. So like the chocolate covered wasabi peas and pecan pumpkin and bacon.
Would you say that's your signature chocolate?
That's probably one of my favourites.
Okay, what's your signature chocolate? Is there one?
Signature. Not really a signature.
What's your best seller, I would ask then?
The best seller would be a salted caramel.
Oh, of course.
Something like that, or the champagne truffles, or sparkling wine truffles, should I say, which we put popping candy on the outside, and so crackles to simulate the bubbles of the sparkling. And then we worked with Tim Boone whiskey.
Oh, cool. Josh Walker, yeah.
Yep, and made a whiskey truffle. And then we've recently just started with the Great Ocean Road Gin Company. Oh, wow. And made a gin and tonic chocolate. And that's gone really well. That's probably one of the most popular at the moment.
Is there any that you wish that people would love, but it just didn't work?
I used to make beer truffles.
Oh, yeah.
And they were really popular, and I don't know what happened, but the manufacturer of the beer must have changed the recipe, because they started fermenting and exploding. And they worked for like 2 years perfectly. I never had any issues, and then suddenly the last 5 batches.
I have in my head, in Ghostbusters where Sigourney Weaver's in the kitchen and then the egg eggs start popping by themselves. Is that what happened?
Yes, yeah. So you'd make them and they'd look perfect, and they'd be for a week they'd be fine, and then suddenly they'd start popping, and you're like, oh, not again. And
you open the fridge, there's a big monster in there. You got to
yeah. So
chocolates.
we're trying to get that back, because that was really popular.
Well, thanks for talking to me today, Andrew, and now I've got to go try your chocolate. So this is Ace. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the little bell up there so you get notifications. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram. Just search for Storytowns. I'm Jared Pickford, and this is Storytowns Podcast. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.